Okay, hello, hello. Welcome. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to this video. Welcome to this little, it's really just gonna be a short one. I'm trying to look at two cameras at once here. I don't know how good of a job I'm doing. I'm just gonna move it over a little. Um, welcome. One of my lovely friends asked me the other day, what's Ho'oponopono? And I found it really interesting because a few people were asking me this, a few people have asked me this recently. And the radiant irony and beauty and synchronicity of those questions coming up is that I've just realized that tomorrow night, one of my very dear friends, Jackie White, is doing a workshop on Ho'oponopono. So I thought I'd do a little video and tell you a story about how Ho'oponopono has really impacted my life from when I started to learn about it and how I started to employ it in my day-to-day. Hello to those that are joining live. Thank you for being here. I am very well, thank you. I am so well, as hopefully you can tell. So I just wanted to share a very short little story with you. So the premise of Ho'oponopono is it's an ancient Hawaiian prayer. It's a mantra. It is one that clears energy and gets you back to 0 point. It gets you to that super conscious, that source energy, that it just clears a convolution. It allows you to bridge the consciousnesses. So if you were on my workshop the other night where we were talking about the different consciousnesses, Ho'oponopono is a fantastic tool. Now, when I was learning and doing my accreditation with it and all of that stuff a few years back now, I got into a really cool habit of saying this mantra over and over and over again, just as I was doing my day to day. If I wasn't really doing anything, I'd kind of programmed my mind just to be saying over and over again, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Now, that might sound really simple, but when said over and over again, when said with intention, when said with simplicity, it has the power of really clearing energy around you. My lovely friend Jackie is going to be going into this in a lot more depth and detail in her workshop tomorrow night, which is online, so you can catch that anytime. I'll put the link in the description afterwards. But I want to tell you how Ho'oponopono saved my life. Yeah, that's a big one, isn't it? Big statement to make. I'm going to tell you how Ho'oponopono saved my life. So I remember I was driving one day I was driving from one side of the country to the other side of the country. I was going from the south to the north, or the other way around, one way, one of the ways. And I'd just finished this accreditation. So literally I was Ho'oponoponoing all the time. I was just going over and over again in my mind. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I was just driving and I was following the sat nav and just having a lovely time of it. And I got to this really big roundabout. I think it was off the M6 somewhere in England. It was a really big roundabout, and it had like 5 or 6 exits. And if I remember right, I think there were traffic lights there. So we'd all stopped, and it was about 4 or 5 lanes wide. And when the lights turned green, when the lights turned green, I started driving, but I just didn't feel like I should go quickly. And that sounds really funny because it was a roundabout that, it was like 40 miles an hour. So people were just like, as soon as the lights turn green, people just sped off and go. And it was really interesting because when I was driving, when I set off, everyone, they went quickly, and I was like, I'm just gonna kind of toddle on down, going quite slow to the next junction. And I was in the right lane for the exit I was taking. But what was really interesting, I had no idea why I didn't feel like I should be going the speed that everyone else was as they set off. But something inside me was just like, I'm just going to relax in my journey forward. And I'm so glad I did. I was Ho'oponoponoing in my head at the time. And then what happened is someone in one of the outside lanes who was completely in the wrong lane, bless them so much. They sped across and cut across 5 lanes to get to their exit. I can't imagine the type of stress they must have been under to try and get out of that exit rather than just go around the roundabout again. I'd have just gone round again personally. But they went straight across, very, very quick. Had I have gone the same pace that everyone else was going at, they'd have gone right into me. That'd have totaled my car, gone right into me, right in the driver's side. And I remember just going, wow, okay, that was intense. And I have no doubt about it that it was literally because I was ho'oponoponoing that the energy around me was so clear that without realizing it, I was tuning into divine will. I was tuning into my team of light. I was receiving their inspiration. That might not be something that you kind of listen to and go, no, that's just coincidence. And I was like, it didn't feel like it. It felt so calm, and time even slowed down at one point when I was experiencing this. It was the most interesting thing. And for those who well, that's a weird phrase to say. Like, for those who know me, I journey in the car quite a bit. You know, I go for little drives quite a bit and cover a lot of miles. And it's not the first time that something like that has happened. And like I say, I've kind of programmed myself to ho'oponopono now while I'm driving or just while I'm doing anything. Just always kind of saying it in my subconscious, which is a really cool thing to be doing. And the amount of times that without really knowing it, I've been on the road and for some reason slowed down unexpectedly, for some reason sped up unexpectedly, you know, done something like that and literally avoided a side-on collision without having any awareness of it whatsoever. It literally is divine intervention. But the one consistent thing is that I've always been doing ho'oponopono. Now, this is something that, like I say, it clears the energy. You're apologizing to the energy within and around you, you know? You are thanking it. You're showing your love to it. You know, you're forgiving the energy for whatever you're attracting in as well. It's taking full accountability of it. And it has the ability to really clear all the convolution out of the way if applied properly. For anyone that is curious, just a little bit curious about a little bit more depth and detail into Ho'oponopono, please join the wonderful Jackie tomorrow night or on the replay. Doesn't matter if you're busy tomorrow, you can catch the replay. But please join Jackie tomorrow night at 7 p.m. UK time or on the replay if you're busy, where she goes into the simplicity, the joy, the love of Ho'oponopono and how magical it can be. Because this story is only a very small percentage of what it can create in your life and how it can help you align with your team of light, how it can help you align with divine will. It'll be a really good workshop. So if it calls to you, I will put the link for you to discover more in the comments box or in the description here. Yeah, just have a little look, see if it calls to you. If it doesn't, no worries. If it does, I think it's only £8 for a ticket, so it's incredibly, incredibly reasonable, especially for the wealth of joy, wisdom, and love it'll offer. So for now, that's just my little story, my little tidbit. For everyone that's been asking recently, it was just a very strange synchronicity that literally about 3 people had asked about Ho'oponopono recently. So I thought a little video would be fun to share. So much love to each and every one of you. I hope you're all so well. Send you much love. Bye for now.